I didn't take you for a tactician.
Alright, let's get this.
Hey there.
Let's get this started here. Alright, here we go.
4,
Alright,
3,
rolling out with the team.
attackers
Yeah,
incoming.
this. We got this going on.
Stop the payload.
Okay, so we we instantly roll out with the here. I don't know. I know we either scouted them now or like as we were getting into it. I'm not. I just don't think we should even try to be on this tracer right here. Oh, I can be a Zenith. Alright. Now I am. Okay. And I don't exactly remember what happens, but I think we just need to kind of instantly go back to get the value on the tracer here is just going to be like kind of insanity. Okay, they're kind of yeah, let me just play it out here real quick. So here, yeah, I don't know. How did Rob? How did you die?
We need to take out that.
Ooh, yeah, okay. So you did move. You got healed, and you just got 2 taps. So, okay, so Rob goes down, and Brandon is just getting into the back. Like just against this team, like against their comp, I just like there's no point of like trying to go around. I think we just it's a roadhog. We just should just kill him. But you know we have sleep anti. Just focus him down. Yeah, I mean we've lost 2 people, and Brandon hasn't really even been in to do anything. And again, I mean with their comp, him trying to get in to do anything is going to be pretty fucking difficult. Alright, we make swaps to tank and support. And we're just poking at the front. And I mean I hate to come back around to it, but I mean we're 3. Let's see, when do you get in here?
Orisa is here.
I mean they're checking you.
Payload.
Back in the fight.
Escort the payload with me. Let's we cut the tape.
Okay, we're basically a minute in, and we're just now able to like kind of get things going with the tracer. So yeah, I know I brought it up afterwards, but let's just swap. We gotta stop making things so difficult on ourselves. Alright, so we do get the kill though because she was, you know, positioned poorly. She should have been dropped there. And then coming back. Alright, so there we go. I definitely would have liked to get the anti on the Roadhog. I guess we can go back and look real quick. I feel like we got the anti on somebody.
Orisa is here.
Enemy turret up ahead. We need to move.
Escort the payload with
This has got the base.
We didn't. Okay, so yeah, so the our tank ate it. Honestly, I feel like it shouldn't hit the Roadhog there, but whatever. Okay, so now we get him. Should be cleaning up the top here. Make sure we grab the turret. All right. Can we grab any stragglers? Torbs on the left. Takiri though is okay. Yeah, so we can't grab any stragglers, but we should be. We definitely want to be closing this distance here though. We can leave a Vic on point here. Matt, you know, push you up to this corner and hold space a bit better. That's actually using cover though much better. Or that little pot. Poking around, just poking around. I mean, and really, with what we have, it is very, very pokey, very kind of holding the front line. And honestly, that does do a good job of what I kind of designed the comp around, of like allowing Brandon time to do stuff. But I mean, again, it's just being honest, it's just so difficult for Brandon to get in to do anything. We do get a stick there. So now we're kind of okay. No, Rob did push up. Okay. I don't really like focusing the Roadhog here in that instance, unless we get something on him like a stun. Oh, not a stun, an anti, or maybe even a sleep here. Yeah, and that's the just takes one shot to get that tracer. We get a good anti on the Torb. Okay, there. Oh, why did Matt die? Did we not have TP on Kiriko?
Burn bright for me.
Yeah, yeah, should just TP to him there. Kind of one of the big draws.
This ends now.
And then we kind of ult there. Makes sense. You know, it's 3v2. If we won that any later, their Mauga gets back, it makes it very difficult. But we do we? I feel like we do kill him, right? Yeah, okay. We do kill him. I mean, it was a stupid push-in by him, and then I'm not really sure why their Kiriko came in. Alright. So here, we just want to be careful. Yeah, and so a little awkward spot here because Matt wanted to push up, and then we had two dealing with the Kiriko, and then we had two coming out of spawn, so it would have been nice to kill the Kiriko there, or Matt push up more aggressively, but it's you know, we didn't lose anybody, and Matt, so it's kind of not bad. Definitely should be taking the high ground here, though. Yeah, we can't have Matt holding to the point. Yeah, Rob's going up there right now, but we have, and one of the easiest things with the Kiri is that she can just move point, and she can either wall climb or just TP somewhere. So we need to be getting Matt. You need to be getting to the high ground here because we have We have Rob to contest the high ground, but that's it. I mean, and look, they got they got 5 people up there, and you're not gonna win the high ground, but we need to at least make them invest a little bit to move it back. So where is Brandon at? Okay, so Brandon's working around to the side. Okay, so we are very split here. You know what, let's just see what happens. Okay, so they pop 2 ults here. Actually, really good trades.
What's up?
Yeah, that's a really bad Bob, though, if I'm being honest. I wanna go back. I just wanna watch Shepard's POV because rewind a little bit. Curious when you moved up. Not in a bad way. Just kind of curious. Because we are very split, and it can be difficult for our supports. You probably could have stayed up top, if I'm being honest, right here. Good trades. Say again? Oh, I mean, that shit happens. Yeah, that shit happens. Honestly, it's not as bad because I played on a lot more than Hazard, but Hazard Wall, like, the way it comes out, I feel like I need to lob it, and you don't, and I always throw. Like I miss my walls because I like a torb shot, and they're fucking. Anyway, I'm not worried about a little thing like that. So you probably could have stayed back there, but pushing up here was fine. Honestly, the only bad thing out of this fight is the Bob, for being honest. Okay, hopefully now that we push up, take some space. Yeah, another spot here. So we have Ana and Orisa on the point. Matt, we need you to push up and take some space. I mean, if we really want to get up, and have a lot of time, you can get up here. We're not gonna have that much time, but at least get to the boxes here to contest as they come in. And then with our Ana, just kind of depends on where you like to position and where the fight's where you think the fight's gonna develop. If you kind of probably would like you to start up top, but I'm sure you're gonna back off when they come in here. So looking out main's fine. But the more importantly, though, we just need our tank to be pushing up to take some space here. Yeah, I mean, unless 3 are gonna get on the payload is gonna cap, then really not worth having more than 2. Yeah, so this works. Shepard, you're kind of hanging back a little bit. Okay, so they rally. Do we have anything else? No. I mean, we're about to have a Rissel here, so I know we don't win this. Wait, hold on. I don't remember if we win this fight or not. But theoretically we should. So we're getting. We're definitely focusing the brig. It took us a little bit long, and it might just be missing shots too. I'm not gonna rail on anybody because we're missing shots on somebody. Oh, did we miss? I didn't even realize we had stick before the fight here. Sorry, it was missed stick, kind of whatever. Yeah, so we're good. I kind of, well, I don't know. Kind of wish you would have been a little bit more on the brig there, but Brandon, I mean, but the Kiriko was fine though. I like pushing the Kiriko. Yeah. I mean, Vic, you're a little bit aggressive for my taste. I didn't like you pushing up that far, even to try and secure a kill. And then Brennan gets picked off. And that should be all she wrote. Oh, we gotta. Yeah, I feel like we should have been able to get that Cassidy when we got that anti on him right there. So, and being down right here, you know, it's kind of just. Yeah, I feel like where this part of the fight is, where we are. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, we haven't gotten to the anti yet. Sorry. Yeah, we're focusing really hard on the tank. Even if it wasn't a queen, when they have a Kiri up, you know, it's just gonna be very difficult. I think we need to kind of pivot away from focusing the tank so hard right there, because we got an anti on the Kree, and even though they Suzu'd it, we still could have been able to burn him right there. But alright, so we swap off the Tracer now. Alright, so now we have the Orisa and the Ana. Okay, so this is a spot where it just doesn't make sense. Why is Matt pushed up so far? Why are all of us hanging back so far? We need to push in together.
Not so fast.
And I think, Matt, did you get pulled right here? Okay, yeah, so you do get pulled off the high ground. But we need to send Rob or Brown, it doesn't matter, Rob or Brandon. Someone needs to come up top with him, and then the other one can take the whatever angle they want. But we got somebody needs to go that way. We gotta try and at least force them a little bit off the high ground. Because our choice kind of, I mean, if we're being honest, our choice is either push them off the high ground or kind of pull them down to point if we can. So they drop hella early. It's kind of dumb on their part. Okay, so where's our Kiri? Okay, Kiri's in there. Alright, so Brandon did see that they are flanking, and I assume Rob did as well because he's backing off. And the way that we're kind of split here is basically Shepard is on our tank and maybe Brandon, and then our Kiri's kind of floating depending. I think if Rob... Yeah, it did. I wonder. I wish I had the voice. Yeah, we gotta be screaming at we gotta be yelling at Matt here that we can't heal him. Where's even our Kiri? Yeah, our Kiri's kind of walking up towards there, but Matt went in very, very deep, and we are nowhere near there to support him. And again, not saying that it's Matt's fault for going in, I'm not saying that Shepard's fault or, you know, or Angel's fault for not healing him, but just, we gotta communicate better within there. Because even though we traded Cassidy for Orisa is not a good trade for us. And then Brandon goes in, a bit aggressive for my taste. And then we need to be resetting ASAP. Yeah. They should have staggered you for sure, Shepard. But obviously they didn't. But. Okay, so Matt, I don't want you pushing across here. Because we can't do anything with it. Yeah, this. Yeah, I think we need to be. And we do swap to the May here. But we're kind of stuck again. Matt, you're already in. Our Ana in particular can't really get across. And then now we have Rob underneath. We have the other people going up top. Rob, you just need to be up top. Or, you know, again, if we're on that Mei,
30 seconds
we need to be with our tank. We do get a kill on that. Lucio. And then we all go in. And then we get, whatever, Queen ulted. And I do remember this part because we called it out. And then we stacked up anyway. And that's actually almost a oh. Nah, he should be able to fit. It's almost a really good wall though. And then we did call. Well, what? Not only we called that that the Queen ult, and then I know we said we didn't have Suzu, and then we just kind of ignored it and went in anyway. Yeah, and then the Queen kind of gets everybody.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and then that's all she wrote. On attack right there. Honestly, not the worst attack. Really, I mean, time-wise, I think maybe we got 3 fights or 4 fights there on that second point. But just miscommunication on when Matt pushes in. You know, again, Matt pushed in up top. I don't know if I'm not putting the Matt pushing up top on him. I feel like everybody's got to pull him back. I mean, Matt needs to pay attention too, but I think that's everybody as well. Has got to pull him back. So just kind of missed timing, which is the theme for us, missed timing, and whether you want to call it miscommunication or not paying attention to each other.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah.
1.
Alright.
Attackers incoming.
So the thing, again, with what we're on, we're poking, and kind of mass job is just to stay alive for as long as we can, looking for dynamites and headshots from Brandon and, you know, sleeps / anti-nades, so it's kind of poking a lot. And we do have to keep in mind, since Shepard is playing so far back, we are going to be giving up a lot of space.
4,
But we're looking for good fights here, not like a lot. We're looking for good fights, not a lot of fights.
stop the payload.
Poking. I'm not sure if you saw the Widow there, but okay, well, you definitely saw the Widow there before you poked again. Not sure I like that peek, but we did it. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, they are splitting. We got down there, we got up top, okay. So now we're getting into kind of what our comp is doing, but Matt is not getting any heals. Let's see.
A new dawn for you. Taking damage.
Yeah, I can't honestly, I can't say where this is on. I mean, I don't know. Like, Matt's got to know that you can't heal him, so whether it's your guys not telling him or Matt not listening, but like we had no LOS whatsoever on him, and it's tricky with this open space because of their Widow. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of bad. They're pushing us up top. We get an anti, and we get out. Good heals here. I mean, you know, also they missed a little bit, so, but good heals. We didn't lose anybody. Matt has to. Do you still go to regen? Where does he need to regen? Oh, Vic, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, I don't know if we want to when Matt had, I don't know if we want to TP to Matt to heal him, but I feel like we need to have some, we need some sort of eyeballs on him, whether it's Vic or Shepard. And again, I'm not saying it's one of their faults, I'm not saying it's my fault, but it's somebody's fault, or it could be everybody's fault at the same time. And then I did rewind a little bit here. So these are, I mean, we're kind of backing out kind of as fast as we can here. I mean, no, we're good here, we're good. So we get picked off, we TP in, and so now with where this Widow is and where we are, is kind of a win the sniper duel here, or hope that she misses enough. And then, because we have our Kyria on point, and between Kyria and Arista, we should be able to stall us out a decent amount. Alright, so now we win that duel. And yeah, see, so that's what I mean. Matt's just to stay alive forever, and then they finally target Kyria, and then she TPs out, so. Mercy gets the res off, which is unfortunate. Brandon with the aggressive posturing, which is good. Okay, so now at this point we need to call out where this Widow is. And then, alright, so now we get it back. And that right there, that's kind of what I mean though, where we do good with messy fights, because like they should have stacked better and focused Kyria or Matt on point here and leave just Widow to poke around in the back. But because we were able to get that pick onto her, and then Matt was able to stay alive, and then we got a pick on the the Kiriko. Like we got all these kind of one-offs because they didn't stay focused. I mean, you know, kind of not necessarily 1v1s with it, but it's kind of the principle. Really early engaged by their queen. It's kind of strange. So right here, okay. Yeah, again, kind of in the category of the messy fight, right? Because we have Matt and the two supports focusing the queen, and then our DPS kind of poking around on others. And we just had, and to be fair, they're on Mercy, which is a throw if you know in a team environment, unless you have like top 500 Smurf or something. But so kind of taking advantage of that messy fight. But anyway, I'm just gonna. Oh, because yeah, so we lose the. We lose the 2v1, and that is the only bad thing when we're going against that Mercy there, is we can't just have her, or we can't just go like one person on that Mercy, because, oh, I'm sorry, on that DPS, because it's not a 1v1, it's a 2v1. I didn't see where you died, Shepard, I'm curious. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want you to push into those stairs there, but... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely prefer you to stay on the backside. Getting a little greedy. Right there. I'm not sure... Maybe we didn't call out that they dropped, so Matt took the long route to get here.
This ends now. Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
So here, and I keep saying and with this goes in the category of a messy fight. With a Widow on your team, it's a lot more difficult to be focused, because it's, you know, the Widow can focus fire, but it's more just is the Widow hitting their shots on the, or not, you know, with their positioning. Where she positions here, you know, very aggressive positioning. Basically, she's betting that she can get the picks coming out of spawn while the rest of her team can deal with the tank on point. Yeah, honestly, that dynamite right there kind of just stalled her out. So, I mean, a good dynamite, though, is what I'm saying. And then Matt gets the pick off. And just that one pick, though, if we can keep Matt, yeah, we do keep him. And that's actually a really good movement here where, you know, the queen can't quite get to Shepherd, so she doesn't go all the way in there, and then you guys just move past her. So she's, you know, using a lot of her time just getting back within range. Definitely wish we could have kept Matt up there, but you know, not easy, not an easy thing by any means. Alright, so we have 2 ults, they have 1. And I mean that was a really good fight for us though. You know, we used 2,
60 seconds.
I mean technically sort of 3 ults. It was like a really long continuous fight, but a 2 for 3, and then they swap off the Mercy to Lucio. So this is a dry slate for them. And with we have Bob and Nano. So positioning wise, I don't mind hanging back here. Matt, I don't want you to hold space because we don't want you up there, because then our supports have to rotate out and then they get stuck in a worse spot. Yeah, that's not good.
Sérieusement?
And it's kind of the thing. Ooh, yeah, I don't like that peak at all. I mean, we gotta look at the situation and the time. They have a Widow and a Sojourn even, right? And you know that Kiri. You're not gonna get a kill from that range. You're at 98 to Bob. Now you're at 99. But there's just no, you know, with 50 seconds left, you dying is 10,000 times worse than any pick that. Even if you did get a pick there, you dying there is 10 million times worse. So I do not like that. We do not poke that at all. Oop. I gotta go all the way back.
I needed that.
Yeah, okay, so you got shot at wall, and then yeah, as we just gotta play, we gotta know the timing, we gotta know the situation. I mean, Bob is one of our win conditions here. You know, we have Nano too, but the Bob is so important. The Nano is really, really important. If anybody's going to be poking that aggressively, it would need to be Brandon, because he doesn't have his ult. So it's not, you know, we're not counting on that. But we can't poke there and get picked off. So now we are stalling the front line. Oh, Brandon's going on a flank, because now we have to make a play though, because right, it's a 5v4. So I like the Nano here to stall Matt out. Maybe he can get a pick here. And where's their Sojourn? Oh, she's inside. And so yeah, okay. So Brandon's gonna be able to rotate around uncontested if we can keep Rob up. Okay, which we do. We keep Rob up. Not Rob. I'm sorry, Matt. We keep Matt up long enough. Good sleep there. Brandon gets the flank, gets a shot. Unfortunately, just like a split second too late, we do lose Vic. But again, we have an Orisa and we have an Ana to heal him, so we can stall this out for a while. And then we grab a kill. That should be it. Yeah. So we didn't need the Bob, but you know, it's one of those mistakes where we gotta be honest with ourselves, or just because it didn't kill us there, it definitely could have. The person in. Yep, there we go. And then he can't touch. Oh, he does get touch. Okay. Kind of surprising he's able to touch there, but alright. So defense is really good. Their comps, what they had versus what we had, kind of. The Widows makes focus fire as a team hard, but you know, the Widow has that pop-off potential where she could just kill 2 and kind of win the fight on her own. So that kind of what we struggle with a lot is the structured teams. And even though Widow, you know, can play within the team, she's a very solo hero. So winning, you know, kind of winning that, winning the Widow duels, even though we didn't have Widow, but winning the Widow duels kind of puts you at, kind of just severely hampers them, because it's not like the other DPS are where if you're not like getting kills, you can be supportive, you know, like a Maywall, or just putting out kind of flat consistent damage. You know, if she's not getting those insta kills, then you're really handicapping it. So keeping the fights dirty on our end is kind of the main reason we won those. And just, you know, Arissa's never dying makes things definitely a whole lot easier. And she didn't die not because of just Orisa, but, you know, we supported her with now that. So we kept things messy, which, again, I keep saying that, but that's kind of where we're at as a team and our play style, is that if we can keep these moments where it's like, all right, this person can pop off or this person, then we can kind of stall out the rest of it and then flip a fight, or I mean win a fight. So, like I said though in the chat, I wanted to at least go through at least the Rialto mat, because you know we won that one. So I wanted it to be, we had the L we went through yesterday, or the 2 L's, and then wanted to get through the one that we won as well. So yeah, that's all I got for today though. Kind of wanted to keep it quicker-ish. Yeah, and then definitely looking for a scrim tomorrow. Definitely want to grab one. We have 7, so that would be really nice. I will catch you guys later unless you have questions. All right, have a good night, guys.